Welcome. In front of me I have the Redmi Watch 6 and I'll be going over unboxing of this watch along with a quick look at its build quality, specifications and what it has to offer. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. Okay, so there we go. Now this is a little bit bigger than I actually expected, which is what she said. Let's see if I know how to turn it on. Oh, come on, oh, there we go. Okay, other than that, and here we get the cable for charging, and it is a magnetic one, which is always nice to see. So it should easily attach. Oh, there we go. So pretty good in this aspect. And on the other side we just got, wow, that is a, damn, that's a thick manual. Holy. Anyway, so here's our watch. We do have a scrollable crown, which is nice to see. Though the haptic feedback behind this is very weak. So it's still okay in terms of how it feels, but like I said, it's weak. Anyway, so this is obviously going to be running not Wear OS, so it's Redmi's like own proprietary software right here, and this is most kind of probably akin to something like a smart band in terms of its functionality. So if you're okay with that, that's great. And the benefits of such a OS right here are the fact that this watch will last a decent amount of time. Let's see if I can actually quickly find it. So a light usage, as they're describing it, gives you about 24 days. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Normal usage, 12 days. And intensive usage, about 7 days. And the watch itself comes with a 550 mAh battery, which is pretty good, considering this is actually a really light watch, but it is obviously on a little bit of a bigger side. And talking about the size, so side to side, we're looking at 40 millimeters. Okay, so this is kind of like a standard size, at least in terms of width. Now, top and bottom is a little bit bigger, being at 40, what is it, 46 and a half. So let me just bring this back up. See, about 46, 47. So there we go. Now, while we're also talking about the build and size things, one of the downsides right here is this. So I was using some proprietary clips right here with a little hook on it, meaning that you won't be able to just grab any kind of strap, for instance, like this one, which has normal 20 millimeter straps, and use it right here. What instead you could potentially find is one of those like clip-ons. So it basically has this kind of clip, and then it converts to a normal kind of lug kind of thing, so you can put a normal strap on it. But in my opinion, that is a downside of most kind of smart bands which do this, and they typically also tend to sell these straps separately, meaning not the ones that come included, like additional ones, different colors and so on. So I just don't like this. It's a thing that no company really needs to do. They could have just kind of, you know, extended a little bit, put a normal strap right here, and been good to go. You could have just ordered any kind of strap from AliExpress or anywhere else and use whatever the hell you want. Unfortunately, that's not the case right here. Now, let's move on to the display, which is a where the hell is the display? Oh, there we go. So it's a 2-inch display, or more precisely 2.07 inches in size, AMOLED display, meaning that we're going to have very nice black levels. The black background here is basically pixels being off, so it looks good and also has a bit of a benefit in terms of battery life. And it's a 400 by 32 pixels by 514 pixels, and puts it at 324 pixels per inch, which means that this watch right here has actually higher pixel density than most smartwatches at higher prices, which is kind of surprising. In terms of screen to body ratio, we're looking at a 82%, but I do want to point out that the bezels right here are pretty small. So even though the number right here seems a little bit on the lower end when you compare it to something like phones which get above 90%, this basically is as good as phones that have like 91% screen to body ratio. So it looks pretty damn good, modern, with very minimal bezels and mostly just screen. Now the display right here is being refreshed at 60 frames per second, which is just a typical thing that you would expect. So nothing really, standing out of the ordinary right here. And the watch itself comes with a Bluetooth 5.4 connection to your phone. Has 512 megabits of memory, and we have 5 atmospheres of water resistance, or basically 50 meters. And comes with the microphone built into it. And what else is there? Support for Android 8 and up, along with iOS 14 and up. Now, this is actually a pretty nice thing where you can use it with an iPhone. So I do want to point that out because, for instance, something like a Galaxy Watch, as an example, you cannot use it with Apple. You either use it with Samsung or any Android phone, or you don't use it at all. And for some reason, even though things like the Wear OS application is available on Apple devices, you won't be able to pair something like a Galaxy Watch to that iPhone. And I'm speaking from experience, as I thought that I would have been able to, but no, I can't. This, on the other hand side, does support it, which is pretty nice. So there we go. And obviously, other than that, we have all the typical kind of fitness specifications, fitness exercises right here that you can utilize, along with the, where is it? I'm looking for on their page for the sensors. There we go. So we have a accelerometer, gyroscope, light sensor, and electromagnetic compass, along with heart rate. Yeah, heart rate. And then we also have GPS, Galileo, GLaNOS, Beidou, which I have no idea what that is, and QZSS, which I don't know what that is. Anyway, obviously, by saying I don't know what that is, it's not my kind of cup of tea right here, this fitness kind of thing. So what I'm good at is knowing the specifications. Anyway, out of the box, and looking at this, and actually quickly checking the price. Okay, so this is about $100, which isn't the cheapest, to be completely fair, but I believe the price here is actually justifiable for a fitness band with a very nice display, a light build, and outstanding battery life. This is a fair price. It doesn't beat out something like the Xiaomi band, which would be basically a competition to it, but at the end of the day, it is kind of, they're both going to achieve the same thing, with the difference one looks like a gigantic pill that you strap to your wrist, while this one looks like a more of a squarish watch. So you might prefer this kind of aesthetic over the pill kind of look, or anything else. So for this kind of design, I think it's a great watch for a relatively affordable price. But I also want to mention, if you want something that gives you a little bit more versatility, like a normal watch or smartwatch running something like Wear OS, you could potentially look obviously at other options, even in known ones. Like I said, something like Galaxy Watch, which is what I've been using or used to use. I got that for about $120. So considering it's not much more expensive, you can get a second-hand one, which if you're looking at a current model, they haven't been out for long. So they're not beat up, the battery isn't completely trashed or anything like that. So you could get a pretty damn good watch that has been that is almost new for about the same price as this. And at that point, it really depends on if you really want that great battery life, or do you want the better feature set that something like a smartwatch would offer, with extensive store with applications that can download. Well, this one does not have such a benefit, but it does have that great battery life, which in my opinion is a very good feature. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.